Hi everybody. Streetable builds. Got a lot of projects going on. So here's kind of what I want to do is I want to do a quick video, kind of give um, uh, an idea to everybody what I have been working on. Um, there's a lot going on. So first off, well, the nice thing is I finally got my lift in my shop. So I was able to anchor that one in. There's the other one over there on the other side. This thing was supposed to be made for like portability or whatnot, but I actually kind of made it a little bit more permanent by putting the hydraulic unit up here on the wall, ordering a longer hydraulic line, which I kind of run all the way across over there and down to the other lift. You can kind of see the line right there. So that'll make for some speedy work. Now for the EXO car, I got like a lot of the stuff for the lower control arms in the front. I got a lot of that welded in. Kind of made a little design work out of it. So these are spindles and the suspension components out of a Mazda Miata. I think it's like a 2000 Mazda Miata. The rack, I've got to figure out what to do because this isn't long enough. So I don't know if I made this too wide of a frame or whatnot, but that's another problem that I'm going to work on another day. So I still have a few little areas like under here. After I did the revision, I had to cut those off, so I kind of got to weld those back into place. Got to clean all these welds up. As for the rear end, got the rear end almost done. You can see I've finally put tires on there, and whoo, are they really warped to hell. Don't worry, those aren't going to be the real ones. But I'm still doing a little bit of work on boxing up the lower control arm mounts. The upper control arms, I think they look awesome. I love how my designer, he helped me with this on trying to get it to swoop forward. The reason we had it swoop forward like this wasn't just because of a design aspect, but more because that engine mount was in the way. So I couldn't use like Honda Civic. This is a Honda Civic rear end, like a 2002, 2003 Honda Civic rear end. So we customized it and made those swoop like that. For right now, I just have these metal bars kind of, they're bolted in down there, and then I tack welded this up here just so I can make this a little bit more of a mobile unit. I do have a new steering wheel and quick disconnect coming in for the steering wheel, but that's another time. Like this is still a lot of work that still needs to be left on this thing. I don't even know if I'm going to be able to get the engine to run this year because I had another project given to me. So I don't know if you remember in a previous video that I was helping a friend work on an RX-7. Well, he decided to give it to me. I think it's great. Thank you, by the way. So that needed so much work. Here, I'm going to go ahead and just kind of give a view here. It's needs a lot of love. So let me go into the inside here and kind of show you here. So all the carpet got ripped out because it was really, really bad. Got new tires on those rims, which awesome. So the plan is right now is just I'm gutting it, like just completely gutting it. And the blue dash is kind of cool. I prefer black. Found carpet kits. I'm gonna do a complete carpet kit, and I'm gonna make it go black on the inside. Bear with me here. Let me open up the hood. So, sorry, I disappeared. You guys get to see my dirty shop. I'm getting the prop rod. Okay. So, engine compartment. Everything is there. It really is. It's all there. But there's quite a few wires in here that, like, I've been digging around, and there's like these, for instance, that have been, chewed through and just broken. I mean, I am a wire guy by trade, so that shouldn't be too big of a deal. And I just got a manual too that it's going to help me kind of determine, like, this doesn't come with the car. I mean, this isn't even factory here, so I got to figure out what this one does. Regardless, there's no coolant in this motor, which is kind of a good thing. There is oil, again, I believe is a good thing, but there's so much that's chewed. I'm not even sure this motor's good as far as like having compression. There's no way for me to get it to start to do a compression check. Now, I could hotwire a starter and put a starter, get the starter in there and then just kind of manually crank it over to get a cold compression on it, and that would give me a baseline. But really the idea is to completely gut this thing and just take it down to a rolling chassis. This is a 1986 RX-7. I have a little bit of like sentimental value in this car. Not this one in particular, but this FC, the FC3S. Actually, this is an S4. But the story is like, when I lived in Japan, I got to ride in one of these, and it was the fastest car I ever been in. It was, now granted, the guy that owned it had a 20B, and he's pushing over 1,800 horsepower in it, and I went really fast down the strip. And so I have a lot of fond memories of this model year car, and so I'm trying to decide, like, what motor should I put in it. Now, this factory motor, which is naturally aspirated in this car, is only like 140 something horsepower, which, I mean, what was the factory weight on this thing? Like, let me check to see if they still have the thing on the door here. I thought it was closer to like 3,000 pounds. Yeah, it's 3,500 pounds. I mean, that's whew, that thing stinks. That's a pretty heavy car for only 140 horsepower. It deserves more. So maybe a lot of the viewers out there you guys can help me decide. Do I have the money for a 20B? I don't, unfortunately. Would I like it to be a Turbo 2? Absolutely. Some people think an REW would be really good. I mean, that would be a really quick way to put a motor in it and send it, go full send, Going back to Turbo 2, though, kind of leaves the nostalgia in this vehicle, I think. Needs a lot of work. I'll definitely need to be running an aftermarket ECU. I know that. But, so, I mean, to not make this super long-winded, I think I'm going to gut this thing down to bare rolling chassis and take the motor, transmission, everything out. The engine still kind of does a little thunk, 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 which, indicates that there is some level of compression in it. So I'm sure there's nothing wrong with this motor at all. It's just getting it down to the point where, I could put the key in the ignition and turn it and, something would happen. So go down to a rolling chassis, like I've said before, and then I'm going to do a lot of body work this winter on it. I'll spare a lot of you the monotonous part of body work on it, but I think I'm going to do a lot of the body work on it, get it ready for paint. I'm going to paint it. I'm thinking Arctic white. I really want a Turbo 2 hood too. I think the scoop just look awesome. So let me know your thoughts. I know there's going to be a lot of opinions out there, but anyway, there's another project. So I have the EXO car, which looks to me absolutely badass, and this car will look absolutely badass. So I do need to make another video. I do need to bring my RX-7 out. Let you guys take a look at that. It's a beautiful car. Needs a little bit of rear suspension work, but 40th anniversary edition, which there's not very many of those left on the road today. But it all works. Passes emissions, runs great. 9,000 RPM redline. Yeah, it's pretty awesome. But anyway, so that's kind of an update as to everything. But I know this video is kind of long at like 11 minutes. But let me know your thoughts. I like to maintain an open mind, and not so much about the EXO car. That's all. No thoughts on that one. But yeah, the 7 is an awesome car. Hey, look, and I even got some. I got some bumpers. Right? I know they're kind of an orangey red, but yeah, they're gonna go on there. They're gonna go white. So I just love the traditional JDM. Clean lines, clean look. This is an 80s car. It needs to look 80s. So until next time, guys, Streetable builds. Check me out. Later.